Once upon a time, a witch lived on a remote mountain. Nestled at the foot of the mountain was a village. This witch was known to the villagers as the Mountain Witch, and every 20 years, she would visit the village to choose a mate. The witch was said to possess a voice so melodious that it could enchant any man within hearing distance, making him follow her blindly, even to his death. Every 20 years, dozens of men from the village would line up to answer the witch's call, drawn by her beautiful voice like moths to a flame. They would walk for days, swim dangerous waters, and traverse a dark, treacherous forest, all in the hopes of winning the witch's hand. However, only one man would make it to the top of the mountain, where the witch's lair stood, and he would become her mate. The villagers mourned the loss of their sons, brothers, and fathers, but the witch never cared. She had lived for over 200 years, and had no heart to feel the pain of others. The villagers lived in fear of her visit, and every 20 years, they would pray that their loved ones would not fall under the spell of the Mountain Witch. This year, the witch had returned once again. The villagers gathered together, fearful for the lives of their men, as the witch's enchanting voice echoed through the air. However, this time was different. This time, the deaf son of a man who had died during the witch's last hunt stood among the men. He was immune to the witch's voice, and he had a mission to destroy the witch and put an end to her evil reign once and for all. The deaf son knew that the witch was immortal, and he needed to find a way to destroy her. He decided to hide in the witch's lair and study her for 3 days to discover her secret. The deaf son journeyed up the mountain, determined to reach the witch's lair. Along the way, he encountered many obstacles, but he was determined to succeed. When he finally reached the lair, he hid in the shadows outside the lair and waited. For 3 days, he watched the witch's every move, studying her habits and trying to discover her secret. He saw her keep a vase close to her at all times, and he suspected that it held the key to her immortality. On the 3rd day, just as the witch was about to be united with her new mate, the deaf son broke into her lair and searched for the enchanted vase. Just as the witch walked into the room, the deaf son found the vase. In it was her beating heart. The witch tried to enchant him with her voice, but he was immune to its effects. With all his might, he smashed the vase, breaking the witch's spell and ending her evil reign. The witch aged rapidly, her once beautiful voice becoming a screech of terror. The deaf son had succeeded in destroying the witch, and he returned to the village a hero. From that day on, the villagers no longer feared the Mountain Witch, and they lived in peace, free from her evil grip. The deaf son became the new legend of the village, and his bravery inspired others to stand up against evil, no matter how powerful it may seem. And so, the tale of the Mountain Witch and the deaf son was passed down from generation to generation, as a reminder that even the most wicked of creatures can be defeated by the power of courage and determination.